Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is CK with CK's Antics National Holidays. Today is December 13th, and it's Sunday. Wow. Oh my goodness, we're almost 2 weeks into December already. Where has the time gone? So as you can see, we have a little slightly different setup. So I'm trying something new because I'm going to be going home for Christmas and New Year's. And I don't have all the stuffs that I do here at home. So I'm going to attempt to see if this works. And if it does, great, because this is how I'm going to do them, which makes things a little bit easier for me, especially because I want to continue to give these daily content, but I need to make sure that this is going to work. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you like it, what I need to maybe fix. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. So let's go ahead and dive right in. What is happening today on Sunday, December 13th in the National Holiday Arena? Well, let me tell you this. We have a lot of holidays today. So here is what's on the schedule for December 13th. We've got National Ice Cream Day, U.S. National Guard Birthday, Worldwide Candle Lighting Day, National Horse Day, National Salesperson Day, and National Violin Day. There they are, all right there. Lots of stuff. Like I told you, a lot of stuff. So let's dive right in. First up, we've got National Ice Cream Day. Now, if you've followed this for a while, the national holiday stuff, you know there are a couple things that I always key on when it comes to celebrating national holidays, and that is 1, food-related stuffs, and 2, beverages, primarily adult beverage-related stuff. So today, ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream? And I'm gonna sort of semi-raise my hand on this, on the who doesn't like ice cream. And don't get mad, don't get upset. Hold on, let me explain myself. It's not that I don't like ice cream. It's that it's too cold for me to just like eat right away. So I have to let my ice cream like mellow out a little bit, aka melt, and then I can go ahead and eat it. Then I'm fine. I just don't like straight right out the carton from the freezer ice cream because it's just too cold and it's just not enjoyable for me. So I gotta let it melt out, and then I'm okay with it. So let's just put cards on the table. That's it. It's not that I don't like ice cream. I just don't like it cold. And I always am somewhat, honestly, a little jealous of the people that can eat the ice cream cone with like the scoops of ice cream right on top and just take big old bites, like legit bites out of the ice cream. I've never understand how people manage to do that. I'm like, ice cream headache. Like seriously, how do you do that? I really want to know. It's like, do you not sense any of that cold? Like anything? Man, because my teeth apparently are super sensitive, and it's been like that since I was a kid. So anyways, let's get into the cool facts though when it comes to ice cream, because there are a lot. So here we go. When did this all start? 500 BC. That's right. Invention of ice cream? 500 BC. It was the Persian Empire people that came up with it. And how did they do it? This is really cool. This is what they did. They took concentrated grape juice, I guess, basically, and they poured it out over snow. Yeah. Can you believe that? That's how they did that. Like, I wonder, like, how that happened. Like, was it snowing or snow on the ground and then someone accidentally, like, tipped over a bucket of, like, grape concentrate? And then someone's like, well, grape is good. Snow's not bad for you. Put the two together. Let me eat it and be like, oh, this is great. And really, I don't really consider this like the invention of ice cream. I consider this the invention of a snow cone, because that legit is a snow cone right there. But I digress. More on ice cream. Okay, 1846. The ice cream maker is patented. The the hand cranked one. So I don't know if the crank is this way or if the crank is like this. But what I do know is the person who patented it and who we can thank for the ice cream machine is Nancy Johnson. Yep, that's pretty cool. And then 1978, get this, Ben and Jerry's, right? Comes on the scene. Ben of Ben and Jerry's takes a $5 course on making ice cream and then opens his own business out of a old gas station. Yep, they converted an old gas station into an ice cream parlor, and there you have Ben and Jerry's 1978. Can you believe that? You just went to go to a class for $5 and started this amazing business. It just goes to prove that sometimes pick something that you love, like a hobby that you really, really like, and spend some time, like spend some money on yourself. You like treat yourself, right? Treat yourself to, something that you want to learn. And, nowadays, maybe you might find a course for $5. Heck, honestly, YouTube, all that stuff, there's so many free tutorials out there. Find something you love and just go for it. And you never know, it might actually turn into something that will get you money in the end, just like Ben and Jerry. And then one more, 2001. 8.9% of the milk products were actually used in frozen dairy stuff. So like milkshakes, ice cream sandwiches, all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of cool. Now, 1,000 people were surveyed regarding ice cream, things, and items. And here are the results of that survey, which I think I found interesting. So I'm going to say you'll find interesting as well. Here it is, ice cream survey from 2019. 80% of Americans, basically 4 to 5 people, say they will eat more sugar around the holidays. Totally makes sense. Starts in October, right? With what's October? Halloween. What's Halloween all about? Candy. Okay. Then we roll right into November, which is Thanksgiving. And what's Thanksgiving? Pie. Pie. Mostly pies. And then we throw in Christmas in December. And what's that about? Cookies, pies, desserts, chocolate, everything. And yes, now it totally makes sense. Of course, that 80% of Americans will eat more sugar during the holidays. Totally checks out. Here's another one. 80% of Americans, same portion, 4 to 5, prefer ice cream over frozen yogurt. Totally agree with that as well. I don't understand, don't get me wrong, frozen yogurt isn't bad. It can't beat ice cream. It just can't. All right, now, favorite ice cream flavors. Here's something I found interesting. When they did this survey, it determined that, guess what? It's based on your age, which flavors you like. So listen to this breakdown and let me know, do you follow this trend and where do you fall on this? Here goes, ready? And just watch up here and all this stuff will magically appear. Here we go, ready? 14 to 17. Ages 14 and 17, mint chocolate chip is the preferred ice cream flavor. Okay, got that. Next, age 18 to 24 group. Their preferred ice cream flavor is cookies and cream. That was not me. I'm still in the mint chocolate chip phase. Okay? But I'm saying that 14 to 17, I was well before that too. Mint chocolate chip, yes. Mint chocolate chip, when I got into the 18 to 24 group, still mint chocolate chip. Not a fan of cookies and cream. All right, now, jump ahead, the next group. 25 to 34. 25 to 34 age group, cookie dough. All right. I might have broken away from the mint chocolate chip because cookie dough, come on now. Who doesn't like some cookie dough? Now, 35 to 44, chocolate. That's the preferred ice cream flavor, chocolate. And then the 45 and plus group, that's chocolate as well. Where do you fall? Where do you fall in this? Are you falling in your age bracket? Are you following along with this, or do you find yourself somewhere different? For me, honestly, I'm gonna go my phases were mint chocolate chip, cookie dough, right back to mint chocolate chip. Yep, if I had to choose, if I had a flavor to choose from of what I want, it's gonna be mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Where do you fall on that? Okay, now, most popular toppings. There they are, up here. Where do you fall? For me, here's the thing I don't understand. What's the difference between hot fudge and like chocolate syrup. Like to me, chocolate syrup is the Hershey's chocolate syrup, which hands down always wins. That goes on top. Then it's whipped cream. Here they have hot fudge followed by caramel syrup, which I am not a fan of. Then there's a tie for third between whipped cream and a fudge brownie. And then you've got chocolate syrup and hard shell, candy, bananas, and maraschino cherry. How do you say that? Anyways, yeah. But honestly, toppings, I don't really like to put a lot of stuff on my ice cream. I'm fine with it plain. But if I'm going to put like a drizzle of something, it's just going to be Hershey's chocolate syrup. That's the way to go. Now, favorite ice cream brands. I was surprised by this. So here's the deal. There's a difference apparently between men and women, what they like. Women, 27% of women prefer Ben & Jerry's over other ones such as Breyers, Baskin-Robbins, Haagen-Dazs, and other brands. Men, on the other hand, they prefer Breyers ice cream over other ones. So, and the other one includes Nestle in their category. So for me, honestly, Ben & Jerry's is like the entry-level ice cream. It's not. I'm surprised that women like Ben & Jerry's over the other ones. I think, like I said, it's like the junior ice cream. That's your starter ice cream. And then you work your way up as you get older. Then you work your way up to the more like sophisticated ice creams, which I find is Haagen-Dazs and Breyers and Blue Bunny or whatever. Like those are, yeah. But anyways, like the Swanson Man, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But there you go. Those are some, hopefully, interesting facts regarding ice cream. And if you want to know what kind of ice cream you are, you can actually take a quiz. Down below in the description is a link, and it's going to be found like about 3/4 of the way down on the page. But it's a quick 6 questions, and you get to find out what kind of ice cream you are. So, there you go. All the things about ice cream on today, December 13th, National Ice Cream Day. Moving on to the U.S. National Guard birthday. So, happy birthday, first of all. Happy birthday to the National Guard. Here's some interesting facts, though, about National Guard. Where did it all start, right? This is stuff I've learned today. 1607. Let's start there. 1607. The first militias were formed. Okay? They take place during England's colonization of America. Then, fast forward about 30 years, 1636, small local units of militias were merged into one. This creates the first colony-wide militia, and it sets the stage for the National Guard. Then, fast forward about 200 years. Now we're into 1836. The term National Guard makes a debut. Marquis de Lafayette, a French military officer who fought in the Revolutionary War, used the term National Guard as a way to characterize each state's militia. And then, fast forward about a little over 90 years, the term National Guard becomes official in 1916. And then in 1933, the U.S. government gave control of the National Guard to both federal and state governments. So those are some interesting facts about the National Guard, and happy birthday to our National Guard. Now, next, we've got Worldwide Candle Lighting Day. So this is really about having a Remembrance Day for children that unfortunately are no longer with us, that have passed away. And it's kind of interesting where this kind of started. And it started in 1968 when Reverend Stevens introduced Joe and Iris to Bill and Joanne, who both had sons die that year, May of that year. And together they create this founding thing in 1969 called Founders of the Compassionate Friends. And they meet for the first time in Coventry and Warwickshire Hospital in the UK. And then the Compassionate Friends in 1978 chapter is incorporated into the United States. And then in 1997, the first worldwide candle lighting day is organized by the Compassionate Friends in the United States and is held as an online ceremony. That's what I found really cool about this one, is the fact that in 1997, they hold this online ceremony annually. And it started in 1997 when, honestly, streaming and online was not really a thing. You know, it just amazed me that they were doing this in 1997. So that is what I thought was really cool. So today is Worldwide Candle Lighting Day. And it's a 24-hour thing. It's 24 hours around the world. It's celebrated. And that's just it. So hopefully, if you have time and you know someone, or you unfortunately are someone who unfortunately has lost a child, today is for you, or today is for your friends. And if you can, light a candle in remembrance of that loved one. And now, moving on to National Horse Day. I like horses. Do you like horses? Have you ever ridden a horse? It's been such a long time since I've ridden a horse, and by such a long time, like, I was probably a teenager, like maybe 14, maybe even younger than that. But yeah, it's been quite some time since I've ridden a horse. But yeah, I love horses. I think they're beautiful. They're majestic. They're just amazing, honestly. But let's find out some kind of historical things about horses. So 5,000 BC, humans began domesticating horses, right? The earliest evidence came of this when they found shin bones and a bit of gear found in Kazakhstan by 300 BC. The domesticated horses were widespread. So interesting. Then 1200, the Mongols went to war, right? And they were known for their speed and their agility, and they did this all on their horse. And especially being archers, they did this from riding horses and like shooting, like bow arrow kind of thing. That's pretty cool. And May 17th of 1875, guess what? Kentucky Derby began. That's right. The horse Aristides and his rider Oliver Lewis won the first ever Derby. So that's kind of cool. In 2018, new research was done on horse eyesight, and they learned that horses see colors differently than humans. The information can be used to help improve race course safety. So that's pretty cool. So it's not that they're colorblind. It's just that they must see in different, like, I guess, hues or tints. So that's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. And that's all I really have on horses. Well, all right. So now it's time to talk about the National Salesperson Day. Now, granted, a lot of us probably aren't shopping really so much in person now, but truly what this day is about is it recognizes sales people and the hard work and effort that they put in. And it's not easy, to manage a store, especially when it talks like clothing and food, stocking shelves, all that kind of stuff, because especially with clothing, like I always feel bad when, they have done such a great job of like putting all the stuff out and it's folded so nicely. And, I'm looking for the perfect shirt and then I need to hold it up to see like, is this the right size? And then when I realize it isn't, or whatever, right? Or maybe I don't like the pattern on it or whatnot. Now I've already unfolded it and I feel horrible because I attempt to put it back in the nice way they folded it. And it just doesn't turn out right? So, at the end of the day, these salespeople have to go in and clean up after us, right? They need to put the stuff back where it needs to go, or they need to like reshelve this, reshelve the shelves, push all that stuff, forward and rearrange it and make it nice and pretty again. And same thing with the clothing, all that kind of stuff. So they deserve, recognition, especially after like holidays like Black Friday and all that kind of stuff. They truly do need a special day for themselves. So if you can, remember them today if you happen to see a salesperson, and just thank them for what they do, because it is really helpful. And something interesting that I did find out about this one is that in 1869, on September 24th, the first recorded use of the term Black Friday is come about. And it referred to the US gold market crash of the 1860s. Then the modern way that we use Black Friday actually comes from, get this, the Army-Navy game. So nowadays, the Army-Navy, for those who don't know, is a football game, college football game. It's one of the largest rivalries in college football and probably any football. But anyways, nowadays, that game is always the last college game played in the season. And so it always falls on the second Saturday in December. However, long time ago, it apparently fell right after Black Friday, so right after Thanksgiving. And so it fell on that Saturday. And so the term Black Friday came from when the Philadelphia police had to use the term Black Friday to describe the post-Thanksgiving shopping chaos that got mixed with all the tourists and stuff that came into Philadelphia for the Army-Navy game. So that is how Black Friday got its origin. So that I thought was kind of neat. And then finally, it is National Violin Day. Now, I love music in pretty much all forms, to be honest with you. And I've played 4 instruments: piano, guitar, violin, and drums. Obviously, violin is near and dear to my heart. I think it's a beautiful instrument. When it came time to choose, when I joined the orchestra, like, what do I want to play? The cello, the bass. I tried different ones. The bass was way too big for me. And the cello I don't get me wrong, the cello is beautiful, but I think part of it came down to, what do I want to lug around? And I definitely don't want to lug around a cello, so that was out. And then it came down to the viola or the violin. The viola is slightly bigger in size. I know it's hard to tell between the two if you've ever looked at them. They are hard to tell, but what it came down to is the sound. And for me, the violin, to me, is just a very, I don't know, it's not that, I don't want to say that the viola isn't beautiful. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. I just really like the sound that the violin produces. So for me, it was the violin. It was the ultimate choice. So here are some interesting things about the violin. The first one came around in 1555 by an Italian violin maker, Andrea Amati, who built the earliest documented 4-string violin. And then in 1626, Louis VIII created a violin orchestra. His King's 24 Violins was an orchestra for the royal sensation, and he raised a profile of his existing instrument, which is pretty cool. In 2008, the British violinist set a world record. Ben Lee is believed to be among the world's first violinists to ever set the record for playing the composition Bumblebee in just over a minute. Now, if you're like, what does that mean? Like, if you know the composition, the Bumblebee, and it's really, really fast paced, and you trying to move all that with, the bow and your fingers, to do that in a minute, that's impressive. That is some serious fast fingers and bow work. That's what I gotta say. Like, legit, truly is. And in 2011, in 2011, a Japanese fundraising auction brought in $15 million for Lady Blunt, an original 1721 Stradivarius. And that's a type of brand of violin. So that I thought was really, really cool. And some other things about violin. Fictional detective Sherlock Holmes played the violin as a way to fight stress. And they are actually much older than you think. There's evidence that the Turks and the Mongolian horsemen from Inner Asia were the world's first fiddlers. So that was kind of interesting. And they're good exercise. Yep. If you are trying to lose weight, get this, you can burn 170 calories per hour by playing the violin. Interesting, right? Go ahead. Try it out. Give it a shot and, use your little fitness tracker to figure out where you fall in that. And then finally, the earliest compositions were not specifically written for the violin. So prior to the 1600s, violins were used to accompany choruses. It wasn't until later that they actually became the highlight of the symphony. So those are some interesting things about violins. And that, folks, is the end of today's national holidays for Sunday, December 13th. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you like it this way. It is, I found it easier to do. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts and what you learned. If you found anything interesting, please let me know that too. And don't forget, go ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell. That way you get notified, all that good stuff. And of course, leave a comment, and I'll see you all right back here tomorrow for another round of CK's Antics National Holidays. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.